Folks, the Dejon Paul and No Jumper situation has been the biggest mystery on the internet. It was rumored that Dejon Paul was shot at No Jumper, but Dejon Paul hadn't really spoken for months, and whenever Adam was asked about it, Adam would deny it and say it's not true, and Dejon was not shot at No Jumper.
I'm just going to piggyback off Wax said. Wax said the blicky went off. Dejon Paul started jumping up and down. He pulled his pants down and ran out, and then he just said he was shot. You don't want to elaborate, though? You ain't got to, but.
You know, I saw a clip of like a girl that's like related to him on Pun Stream, and like they were all talking about that. They were saying like Dejon got shot at No Jumper, and she said, "The f-? Like I'm like best friends with his mom or some." She's like, "That's not true. If that was true, I would have heard about it." And that's what I'm saying. Like if somebody got shot in my office, I feel like I would know about it. Nobody got shot at No
Did he
Jumper.
put down his pants?
Not that I saw. And I know that DW, just like every single other person in this office, knows that nobody got shot in No Jumper.
Adam will be unwavering in his stance that nobody got popped at No Jumper and that Dejon is lying. Now, after Dejon heard Adam calling him a liar, Dejon leaked text messages between him and Adam where Adam was seemingly apologetic about something that took place at No Jumper. In the leaked messages, Adam appears apologetic and willing to make things right with Dejon. Now, Dejon would mention his legs being sore and tender still. Dejon would also mention somebody having a gun out. He would say, "I just don't understand why he had his gun out around all of us. He ruined the whole day. I had some important stuff to say on the show too." Adam will respond back, "Yeah, man, the show was a bummer. I saw a lot of that in the chat, and yeah, I'm still so blown away. He was always so responsible for the last 2 years and then had to F it up with that dumb ish." In his caption, Dejon will say, "When I am ready to talk about the gun shooting incident that took place on March 25th at the No Jumper office, I will." Adam will say that he wrote Dejon those messages under the impression that something did happen, but he will later find out that nothing took place and that he was being hoodwinked and bamboozled. But nonetheless, though, Dejon was unwilling to speak, right? Dejon wasn't speaking. So the only side we had was Adam. Well, Dejon has finally broken his silence on Figgmunity World's podcast, Shame on You. And he directly addressed the fact was he shot at No Jumper? And this was his response.
You was shot. You know what I'm saying? So take us. You was shot. You was shot. So look.
I would say I was grazed by a bullet.
Okay.
That's shot.
Power of work. That's what people keep saying. They was like a hit is a hit. If it contacted you,
you got shot.
I say I got grazed by a bullet.
Okay, walk us through that. Walk us through that day, man.
If a lawsuit is the end goal, then I don't understand why Dejon will speak out now or say this on this platform while speaking out. Because Dejon will say, "Bro, I was grazed. I wasn't shot. I don't consider that being shot. Other people have told me that counts as being shot, but I really don't count that as being shot. I was grazed." Well, then that opens up the floodgates for a lot of other things, right? Because what does graze mean? Did a bullet graze you? And if a bullet grazed you, is there any proof a bullet grazed you? Because you can go to a hospital, and they can see like a scratch. Cool. The hospital can only report, okay, we've seen a scratch. The hospital can determine that scratch is a bullet graze. You now need other context to prove that's a bullet graze, right? You need to have the bullet fragments and things of that sort that Dejon really don't have access to, nor was a police report filed. So this is what I'm saying, bro. Like,
without saying anybody's name.
I got you. People keep saying, attorneys keep saying a hit is a hit. Everyone keeps saying that to me. Yeah. Like, if it made contact, it made contact. I believe in the power of words. I'm not inviting that into my life.
Okay.
I have people that have lost their life. I know people that have lost their life to that. So on March 25th, it was a Monday. I went in to do No Jumper News. I believe it was Flacco, Sh0t, and myself. We did the news. We walk out. You guys know the building, so I don't have to explain everything. Mm-hmm. I walk out. I always sit at that conference table. You guys know the table. Right? I always sit right there, eat right there, be on my phone, get some work done. And that's exactly what I was doing. Flacco left.
I'm exonerated out the RICO bit that y'all said I wasn't there. Okay. At least now, y'all can believe me when I told you guys I wasn't there, and I don't know what to. Now, Dejon will tell a story about how the security guard was allegedly cleaning a gun, and the gun went off, in proximity to where Dejon was sitting. And that's how Dejon believed that he was hit by a bullet or grazed by a bullet.
Sharp left. Adam was in his office with the door closed. So there's no other personality. No one else was there. There was no jumper personality that was there who could even speak to the incident. I'm the only personality, sans Adam, who's in his office with the door closed, that was there at the time. Minding my business at the table and just allowed bang, boom, or what have you, goes off, and like the gun went off under the table is what I'm assuming.
So a person was sitting next to you, which was a security guard.
He was at the table.
He was at the
security guard.
Yeah, the security guard. Yeah. I mean, he didn't have a gun license.
The security guard.
Oh my God.
It's done got Burious, cuz.
Oh my God.
It's done got Burious, cuz.
T-Rex.
It's done got
Yo,
Burious.
T-Rex No Jumper to get life. Bro, where did the information come from, man, that the security guard wasn't licensed? Oh my God.
It's done got Burious, cuz.
It done got Burious, cuz. These are some heavy accusations. But I feel like it'll be even loftier to prove in court, right? Because, again, if something did indeed happen and the police weren't called, well, you done gave ample time, bro, for the fixer-uppers to come through. Now, again, I don't know if something happened, and I really haven't spoken to anybody about anything because I mind my business, right? But if that happened in my building, right, and the police weren't called, boy, what footage? What bullet fragments? Adam will be a fool to keep that evidence in-house if something did indeed happen, bro. Listen, bro, that evidence will be somewhere in the Madagascar right now, bro, if Dejon didn't call the police.
Did you? Yeah, he doesn't.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at the time.
Oh, but you know that.
Without saying names.
I know that now. I didn't know.
Saying that.
I didn't know
Unlicensed
that. I didn't know
security
that at the time.
Oh my God.
But you know that now.
But I swear, I didn't know that at the time.
At the time,
I was
yeah.
just sitting there
Jumper
minding
had
my
an unlicensed
business.
security
I
guard.
look up after the gun goes off, and I feel the pain in my thigh, my left thigh.
Did you see him cleaning the gun at that time?
I wasn't paying attention to him. I was on my phone. I knew he was there, and I just said, "What's up?" But I wasn't paying attention to what he was doing. I was on my phone handling something.
And then you heard a shot go off.
Heard it, felt it underneath the table.
Why would Dejon be saying this publicly? No. Yo, Dejon just made a really big mistake, yo. Dejon just made a really big mistake. Dejon just stated, I didn't see him cleaning the gun and I didn't see the gun in his hand. I was just sitting at the table, he was nearby, and I heard a loud noise and felt something under the table. Dejon just said, I didn't see the gun in his hand. So how do you determine who shot you and if it was actually bullets that hit you? If you never seen again, this is why, and I'm not even saying Dejon is invalidated. I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying, yo, if Dejon feel that way, then he feel that way. If Adam feels that way, then he feel that way. They have to figure this out in court. But I'm just saying, if you're speaking publicly and a lawsuit is the goal, then stating publicly that you didn't see the gun in the security guard's hands, it's not gonna be good when you go to court and actually have to like lay out these facts, yo. Right? If no bullet fragments got pulled out in the hospital and you're saying you didn't see a gun, bro, how, yo, this was, yo, I don't feel like this was a good idea, man, for Dejon to speak out like this.
All of that.
Did you call 911 there?
I did not call 911.
So you got up and left and drove to the hospital?
No, Josh took me to the hospital.
Oh, Josh
Took me to the hospital. Yes, I was taken to the hospital by Josh. And his, that's why the whole theory of me getting up, running, hopping, running out the building, all of that. What do you guys? But again, none of them were there.
Adam.
Josh, I didn't drive myself to the hospital. Josh drove me to the hospital and was there.
Nah.
FBI!
Nah.
FBI, open up!
Josh, my nigga, I hate it had to be him. Yo, Josh a good dude, man. I don't like to see Josh in the middle of this, bro. Josh a good dude, man. Now, listen, to me, but if the eyewitnesses, man, are employees of No Jumper and the head CEO of No Jumper, bro, and Josh, like, how do you expect to beat this case, or not beat the case, but to win this case in court? Right? Yo, Dejon could be telling the truth and still go to court and lose just based off of like the circumstance.
Being shot, that's what they think. So nothing like really penetrated the skin is why they're saying you weren't actually shot, and you can't take legal action to do anything, but you actually can though. So
I was grazed.
Yeah,
I was grazed. I had medical.
And they have a medical report of that.
Correct. I went to Providence Hospital.
Grazed or shot, by the way.
Near. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like I said with power words, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Dejon did confirm that a bullet never indeed pierced him. Now, AD and T-Rail did ask Dejon about the rumors that No Jumper tried to offer him hush money to get him to go away quietly.
But get this man some muffins. I want to see more about that. I want to hear more about this money.
Some muffins.
I want to hear more about this fucking money. You finna tell me about how much money he offered you.
You may be off camera, I will, but I'm not
I
telling
mean,
you.
on camera they said 10,000. That was on camera. They said 10,000.
That's inaccurate.
You wouldn't take $10,000 or something.
I wouldn't take $10,000.
That's on camera,
That's inaccurate.
Yeah.
That's an inaccurate figure.
All right,
but
so-
I would not in real life. I wouldn't take $10,000.
Oh, we ain't got to talk about the money then.
I feel like the indication was that it was more than 10,000 that was offered. So what was it then? 20? Now, I'll be real, bro. If 50,000 was offered, bro, I'm taking it. Listen, man, I'm taking it 50,000, bro. Especially, bro, when I understood, man, that if I never called the police, right, and they pretty much have complete and control power of the crime scene if there was a crime scene, and the evidence, if there is evidence, bro, give me the 50,000, man. Feel me? I'm good, right? I'm good. Now, Dejon will address WAC 100 and No Jumper going on various podcasts and saying that he was lying.
When you first heard the news that they were saying like, oh, he's lying and everything like that, how did you personally feel?
That's not my first interaction with it. Really was. I believe it was Wack who was the first person to say on camera.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of confirmed the situation. He made LGBT jokes and Popeye jokes with it, but everybody was sending me that clip. They're like, hey, this clip was on No Jumper a few minutes ago, but they took it down. And they sent me the clip of Wax saying something about my thigh, and there's going to be a delay on the report cards. He's in the ICU. LGBT this, LGBT that. Go to Popeyes to get a thigh. So that was the first time someone spoke about it on the podcast.
Right.
That I saw. Maybe someone spoke about
But
it before.
I'm smoking. Wack wasn't there. You said the only person that was there, you said Adam acknowledged that it happened.
Yeah.
So, when he first
was
came
in the
out,
office with his door closed.
but I'm saying the first time that he act like it didn't happen, how did you personally feel? Because this is the guy that employed you. This is the guy that gave you, you feel me? You looking at it like, oh yeah, he gave me a chance. He fucks with
He
me.
didn't give me no chance. I can acknowledge that it's wrong, but I can also acknowledge that that's kind of like expected. And I should have learned from y'all's situation. There's precedence of that type of character.
A recurring theme, I guess, in this interview was Dejon was saying that he regrets ever coming to No Jumper. And he was actually doing this interview with Figgmunity World to pretty much say, hey, listen, man, like y'all told me so. I was wrong. And he would say that he's not shocked because he believes that Adam's character dictated whatever happened post being shot. Now, Adam would respond back to this, but he really wouldn't address Dejon because I feel like at this point, Adam understands, bro. Like Dejon has confirmed he's suing, so it's no real victory in talking about Dejon on social media, right? So he would address the Figgmunity World, though, interviewing Dejon and others this week.
Sometimes you'll find yourself at a crossroads in life. On one hand, you have like what I've been doing this week, which is, I did a whole podcast with Dave Portnoy. I did a whole podcast with Shane Gillis, one of the top comics in the country right now. Did a 4-hour podcast with the new generation of hosts on No Jumper that the fans are going absolutely nuts for. 130,000 views in 24 hours. And then like the other path would be interview every former No Jumper host because that's the only opportunity that you have to get any kind of boost in views. So, 2 different paths. Pick one.
That was obviously a direct shot at T-Rail interviewing Almighty Suspect and then Dejon in the same week. Now, I'm going to say this, bro. If I'm Dejon, I wouldn't have done this because why would I? Like, if my goal is a lawsuit, I'm going to file a lawsuit and handle this in court, right? Because me coming out and speaking candidly about it, now maybe it's in his character and he's just an honest dude, so he had to say, hey, bruh, I don't think I was shot, I was grazed, or yo, I didn't see the gun in the security guard's hand, right? Like, I don't understand why he would admit that before court, but, yeah, bro, I do think this will end in court, though. I feel like this is heading to court and we will find our answers in court once it gets, right? Because I don't know, man. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think happened? And who do you guys think is going to win in the court of law, right? And if you're still watching, click on this video right here to find out why Brick Baby right now is shaking up the internet, right? The fans were left in shock after Brick Baby admitted to having this many skulls in his closet while crashing out on one of his ops mid-podcast. Click on this video right here to find out exactly how many skulls Brick Baby have. I'm going to see you guys in this video, right? I'm out of here, folks.